Los Angeles, anti-Chinese violence.
We're going to practice writing a question together, and then you're going to write 3 research questions about your time period.
If you stop by a 7th or 8th grade classroom in the Roseville Area School District, you'll likely find students with an iPad at their desk. Sometimes they'll actively be using their iPads for an assignment. Other times the iPads will be laid to the side as students learn with more traditional tools.
The iPads don't replace everything in teaching.
But teachers say there are some things that iPads work really well for, and utilizing the iPads as an educational tool has opened up many doors for students.
One of the big goals is individualizing the learning and also not limiting students to just the most basic level understanding. What they're doing is using YouTube and other resources to gather information, as well as digital text and textbooks that the school supplies. So there's multiple ways to gain the information. Some students are more apt to learning through reading content. Other students are better at watching videos. That seems to really engage them, and to me that's really the key to learning and enjoying classes: engagement. So with engagement increased, so does increased motivation, and therefore their learning is enhanced.
They're more creative in ways that we haven't seen before. They're able to do more projects and kind of show things they know in different ways, which we hadn't always seen before.
I had students creating websites this year for Global Studies. They created a website culture page, and they're going to be adding to their websites later. We're using that. Every day kids use an online notebook in my class. They do all of their focus questions in there. I post all of my assignments right now. Kids are working on primary source analysis, and I'm able to post them into Schoology. Kids then get to look at them, examine them, zoom up, mark them up, and complete work based on great primary sources.
Quick research doesn't require a trip to a lab or a laptop card. It doesn't require that you start all the laptops first and make sure that they all work and that they're logged in.
Teachers say the iPads are also helping students keep track of assignments and important documents.
As a teacher, it was always super frustrating when you think that for 25% of your kids, it's not whether they did the assignment, it's whether they kept track of it. So we're seeing that there's a lot less lost assignments, and I tend to be grading kids on what they actually do versus what they can keep track of.
It's there somewhere, and it's a matter of looking for it for maybe a minute, as opposed to checking a locker, checking a backpack. Is it at home?
Not everything is better with an iPad, though. Teachers have found that for some assignments, traditional teaching methods are best.
One would be the reading of any sort of long text. It's clear that we need books and we need things on paper, and kids need to be able to read and understand it that way, because your brain is working differently than when it's reading it electronically. So anything of great length.
The one-to-one initiative has been a journey, and teachers are working hard to find the best ways to use iPads in their classrooms.
It's been a huge learning experience. We started the school year not really sure what to expect, and so as you can imagine, there were all sorts of bumps at the beginning. We really then had to figure out where were the opportunities for us to use the technology so that students were really getting something else out of it and not just having it in front of their face.
And so maybe you need some things on paper and some on the iPad, and how does it all fit together? So it's really a lot about redesigning and rethinking how you do things.
This year is just the start of our one-to-one initiative, and both teachers and students have learned a lot about how to utilize iPads as a tool and resource.
I think through my second year of using iPads, I've figured out what they work well for and what they don't.
Every day you learn some new tricks, you learn some new things that really help make you more efficient.
I think of new ways to do things almost every day, and even thinking, oh, we could have done this last week and now we can do that next year.
It makes me excited to think about where we started the year and where we're at now to where I'm going to start next year with the knowledge that I have this year.